Fountain pens, and fountain pens. All these fountain pens. Well, I've only got 2 or 3, not a whole lot. But I was asked the question of what inks do I use for my fountain pens. So the 2 that I use is the Red Dragon and the Noodlers Heart of Darkness. So let's go ahead and take a look at these and talk about it. So the Noodlers Heart of Darkness ink is a really black, dark ink. I like this ink because it gives me a dry writing experience. It dries really fast. I don't have any issues with too much bleeding or anything on the paper because it dries pretty quickly. And here is the pen that I use it for, the Lamy Safari Extra Fine. I have this in the red color because red is my favorite color, as you can tell. Both of my pens are that color. And the other pen that I have here is the Noodlers Ahab, also in red with a bit of black on the design. This is a larger nib than the other one, and the writing experience with these are a bit different because this one is a flex nib and the Lamy Safari is a standard nib. Now the other ink that I have here that I use is the Red Dragon. Now I mostly use this one for my Noodlers Ahab, and I use the Heart of Darkness with my Lamy Safari. And the reason for that is because I want really fine lines with my Lamy Safari. And with the Heart of Darkness ink, I can get that really dry writing experience to where the lines stay thin because the ink dries really fast, so I don't get much feathering or anything on the paper. Now the quality of the paper that you're using will affect that, especially if you're using a really cheap drawing paper, or maybe if you're just drawing on printer paper or something like that. And so yeah, this is the pen that I use for that, my more detailed drawings that I do. Now I do want to get a Jinhao fountain pen. Those have a finer nib than this one even, and the Jinhao pens, or the Eastern style, they have finer nibs than the Western style of pens. One reason I got the Red Dragon ink is because it's my favorite color, and also because I just wanted something different than just black ink. I wanted to do some drawings with a little bit of color to them, really make them pop off the paper to have a really good look to them. And also when I was a kid, I always drew a lot of dragons. I'd do a bunch of doodles and little detailed drawings of them, and so the name of it also kind of stood out to me. And this ink, it's more of it's got a bit of like black in it almost. It seems like it's a really dark red to the point to where it almost starts to look black depending on how much ink you put on the paper. The Noodlers Heart of Darkness comes in a 4.5 ounce bottle. I'll leave a link in the description of this video where you can find this and the Red Dragon ink. And what I like about this one here is also the design on the bottle. It looks pretty neat. I'll have to look up and see who makes the designs for this. But you get a decent amount of ink. It's not that expensive, and it works really good. Now the Red Dragon, this one comes in 80 milliliters. This one is a bit more expensive of an ink than the other one, but it's plenty of ink. You're not going to run out anytime soon using this. And this one's 80 milliliters. It's lasted me quite a while. As you can see, I've barely used any, and I've had the ink for maybe half a year. Now the Noodlers Heart of Darkness, I'm about a quarter of the way through with this, and I've had this for about a little over a year now. And so the inks last quite a while. You don't really need a whole lot, unless you're just pouring ink onto the paper. And so yeah, those are 2 inks that I use for my drawing and fountain pen doodles. So if you have any more questions about these inks, such as some alternatives or ones that are similar to it, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below, and I'll get back with you on that. So until then, if you have any questions or anything else related to art, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Give this video a like, share, and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.